All they care about is money these students bring in. They don't have to worry about housing the students, so that leads to a housing shortage. Did you hear about the proposed major changes to the Postgraduate Work Permit or PGWP? Today we are going to talk about 8 new postgraduate work permit changes for international students. These updates aim to improve the transition from study to work for international students, enhancing their overall experience and opportunities in Canada. Post-graduation work permits, or PGWPs, are open work permits given to international students who graduate from a Canadian program of study. PGWPs allow the holder to work for any employer for as many hours they wish, anywhere in Canada. So let's have an overview of the 8 new changes. First is the eligibility based on occupations in demand. One major proposed change is to align PGWP eligibility with the Canadian labor market needs. This means that only graduates from programs corresponding to occupations on the National Occupational Shortage List would be eligible for the PGWP. This is intended to address the increasing number of temporary residents in Canada and ensure that graduates are filling critical job shortages. Second is the new language requirements. New language requirements are being proposed for the PGWP eligibility. Students may need to demonstrate a certain level of proficiency in English or French to qualify. This could involve taking a language test to demonstrate their English or French skills. The purpose is to ensure that graduates can effectively communicate in the workplace and integrate into Canadian society successfully. But what if a student cannot meet the new language requirements? Students who cannot meet the new language requirements may need to improve their language skills to qualify for PGWP. This can involve taking additional language courses or tests, which can add up to thousands of dollars if you're trying to get the score that you're aiming for. Going back to the topic, by understanding these upcoming changes, international students can better prepare for their future in Canada. Stay informed and make sure to meet the new eligibility criteria to take full advantage once IRCC implements these proposed PGWP changes. Third is proof of job offer for extended PGWP. Another proposal suggests that graduates should demonstrate proof of a job offer in an occupation on the shortage list to extend beyond 1 year. This aims to ensure that international graduates are transitioning into roles that are high in demand. Fourth is additional eligibility criteria. Beyond job offers, there are discussions about requiring additional criteria such as language proficiency tests or provincial support for extending the PGWP. These measures are aimed at ensuring that international graduates are well prepared and supported to integrate into the Canadian workforce. Exemptions for certain cohorts. The proposals also consider potential exceptions for specific cohorts, such as Francophone students or those enrolled in graduate degree programs. This is to ensure that the changes do not unfairly disadvantage particular groups of students. Fifth is the immediate implementation for new changes. IRCC is considering applying these changes to all new graduates upon announcement rather than grandfathering in current students. This means that all students, regardless of when they started their studies, would need to meet the new eligibility criteria. This decision will impact current students' plans and expectations significantly. Will the new changes affect students already in Canada? The new changes may apply to all new graduates upon announcement, meaning current students might need to meet the new criteria. However, IRCC is considering whether to exempt existing students. Effective September of 2024, international students must complete at least 50% of their studies in Canada to be eligible for the PGWP. Time spent studying outside Canada will be deducted from the PGWP duration. The program restrictions. To improve oversight, students enrolled in programs with curriculum licensing agreements will not be eligible for the PGWP. This change targets preventing misuse of the program and ensuring high quality education standards. The regular revision of occupations list. The list of occupations in demand will be regularly revised to reflect the changing needs of the Canadian labor market. Stakeholders are being consulted to determine how often these revisions should take place and when they should be implemented for students currently studying. How often will the list of in demand occupations be updated? The frequency of updates to the list of in demand occupations is still being determined. Next is the alignment with provincial needs. The new PGWP eligibility criteria will be designed to align with the needs of specific provinces. This means that students who study in provinces with specific labor market needs will have better chances of finding employment and staying in those provinces long term. And last is a pathway to permanent residency. The changes will also consider the alignment of PGWP eligibility with pathways to permanent residency. This will help ensure that international students who find jobs in key sectors can transition to permanent residency more easily. These changes are a part of a broader effort to refine the PGWP program, making it more responsive to the needs of the Canadian labor market and improving the integration of international graduates into the workforce. For more detailed information, you can refer to the official updates from the IRCC website, which is canada.ca. Let's look at the benefits of these proposed changes. One is better job matching. The changes will help match international students with jobs that are high in demand in Canada, increasing the chances of finding employment after graduation. Two, improve language skills. New language requirements will help students improve their English or French, which is beneficial for both their professional or personal lives. Three, more job opportunities. By aligning study programs with labor market needs, students will have access to more job opportunities in their field of study. Four is pathway to permanent residency. The proposed changes will create a clearer pathway for students to transition from temporary to permanent residence in Canada. Fifth, enhance work experience. Students will gain valuable work experience in occupations that are crucial to the Canadian economy. And last is support for specific groups. Certain groups, like French speaking students or those in high demand degree programs, may receive special consideration under the new rules. Now, what do I think about this proposed change from IRCC? At least for me, I think the system is beyond broken. This is a little too late. You can't let the schools be in control of any of these policies or have any say. As we have seen, schools could care less about the impact this has in their communities. All they care about is money these students bring in. They don't have to worry about housing the students, so that leads to a housing shortage. When the students were allowed to bring in their dependents, it impacted local school districts hard. Ask any teacher you know that is close to a college or university. Schools, immigration lawyers, and consultants will find a way to take advantage of whatever system the government puts in place, while all the elected officials as well. Universities and colleges have recruiters scattered throughout the globe. The schools could care less about the language requirement. If it is low, the person enrolls in an ESL or English as a second language course or takes another English language proficiency test. Therefore, it brings in more money. International students and the labor market impact assessments are two of the systems or programs that are so easy to exploit. Canadian businesses love these systems and they will fight to keep them the same. I guess for now, we will have to wait and see what the government decides to implement and announce in the coming weeks. It is important to note that all of our content is for informational purposes only. We are not immigration consultants, so for personalized advice, we recommend consulting with a licensed immigration professional. And lastly, thank you for watching and don't forget to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Comment below what your thoughts are with these proposed changes or any new topics that you want us to cover.
See you in our next video.